Good morning and welcome to my YouTube video. My name is Laura, and in this video I'm going to share with you a brief morning yoga series you can do to get the juices flowing in the morning. And I'm also going to share with you some essential oils you can use to get your morning started really well. Now let's start with the essential oils. I have two I want to recommend, and these are Young Living essential oils, the only ones that I use. You can link below to find out more. I got a bevy of resources for you. The two I've chosen are my favorite diffuser blends for the morning. I call them Great Start to the Day, and I love to use these before I send my kids off to school. The first one is Joy, which is a blend unique to Young Living, and it's a heart chakra oil blend, so it gets the heart started, which is great, the heart chakra, so it gets you started in that compassionate, loving space, and peppermint, because peppermint. I put them both in the diffuser and they are great for waking us up and sending us off in the best energy possible. Okay, now this yoga series is specifically for those of you who can make it to your yoga mat. If you need a little bit of yoga before you actually get out of bed and get dressed, I do have a yoga series that's literally in bed. I will link below that for you so you can go there if that's what you need. But if you are ready to get to your mat, what I recommend is you get the diffuser started before you get your props out, before you brush your teeth, before you get changed, wash your face, etc. So by the time you get to your mat, your room is really infused with the aroma of joy and peppermint. Okay, so let's get started. We are going to start down on the floor. I always like to start my yoga practice where I have the energy to be, right? When I just get out of bed, I don't want to be standing. And it makes it harder for me to get started. But if I start right where I want to be, which is on the ground, and build from there, it makes it much easier to get going. So I'm going to start with a stretch that I call good mornings, because it's really what you envision doing in bed. You're going to extend your legs out, bring your arms up and overhead, and just give yourself a full body stretch. So you're reaching out to the legs, lengthening through the arms, just getting really long through your body. Then you're going to draw the right knee in, give it a hug, release, extend the arms up, and then draw the left knee in, give it a hug, release, extend the arms up, bring the right knee back up, we're going to add on a little, hug it in, and then open it out to the right, hold on to it with the right hand, come back up, release the leg, arms come up, bring the left leg in, give it a hug, open it out, come back up, and release. One more round, we're going to add on one more thing, bring the knee up, really warming up that hip, open it out to the side, and come back up, and we're going to move into twist. So shift your hips over to the right about 4 inches, set the foot on the inner thigh of the other leg, and you're going to take that right leg across the body and down to the floor. And just allow yourself to relax, softening the back, getting a little juiciness into that back, and then release. And extend the leg, bring the arms overhead, bring the left knee in. Draw it in, open the leg out, bring the knee back up, and then you're going to hop the hip over slightly, bring that foot to the inner thigh of the other leg, and bring it across. Now, in general, in the morning, I like to do more flow rather than holding poses. I'll hold some of them, but I just kind of like to move in and out of poses just to get that body a little juicier, because you can feel extra tight in the morning. And then come on up and release. Bring the hips back to the middle, bring your knees up into your chest, and then roll over to one side, push yourself up with your top hand, and come on up. All right, we're gonna move into sitting. And when I sit, I like to use a lift. This is actually a blanket I folded up. You could also use a firm cushion. A bath sheet can work. When you sit up a little bit, it helps relax your psoas a little bit more. Just trust me, I'll do a physiology lesson in another video, which helps your back release. Okay, so in your cross-legged position, I want you to just gently draw the belly in just a little bit, lift tall, Roll your shoulders back and down. We're just going to continue warming up the spine a little bit. Take the hands to your knees, draw your belly button in, round that lower back, and then keep rounding and take your chin to your chest. And then come on up. You're going to lead with your heart. Scoop that heart up. Shoulders are down. Lift up. And then again, draw the belly button in and round the back all the way down. And then scoop the heart up. Shoulders are down. Coming up. Let's do it one more time. All the way down. And then come back up. Lift the heart. And release. Change the cross of your legs. And we'll do one more for the spine. You're going to bring your arms out to the side. Bring the arms up and overhead. And you're going to take the left arm down. You're going to reach up that right side and take it over. Getting a little lateral flexion into the spine. Come on up. Sweep that left arm up and you're going to go over to the other side. Reach up and take it over. And then again, we'll do each side one more time. Inhale, come on up. And change it over. Again, flowing side to side, getting a little bit more juiciness into the body. And then you can just bring the arm down, roll the shoulder back a couple of times. And then again, you're going to draw the belly in, lift tall. Take your left ear down to your shoulder and reach out that right arm. Get a nice stretch down into the shoulder. Doesn't it feel good? Oh. Just breathe. And bring your head back up. Release the arm, change sides. So first take your ear over, tipping your head, then reach out through the arm. Getting that stretch down into the shoulder. And then release. All right, come up onto all fours. So notice how we're slowly building. We're getting up higher and higher. Now, on all fours, what I want you to do is actually walk your knees back slightly. We're going to do a little bit more of a flow here. You're going to inhale and arc up, look up, and then you're going to exhale into puppy pose, forehead down toward the floor, and then just flow back and forth. Follow the pace of your breath, inhaling as you expand, exhaling as you go back. And just warming up to the shoulders even more. A little bit into the back here, upper back in particular, a little bit into the hips. Let's do one more. And wherever you are, end in puppy pose. So coming back into your puppy pose. And just pressing the palms, reaching those hips back. And then coming up and taking into downward facing dog. So lifting the knees. Start with a good bend in the knee and really reach those sit bones up and kind of get back into that puppy pose position, that feeling you of the chest coming down. And then come up high on the toes and take your heels down toward the floor. And breathe. You can pedal the feet if you need to, or whatever wiggle waggle thing you need to do to feel comfortable in the pose, feel free. And then gaze up, and you're going to step your right foot up between your hand, dropping your left knee. And I want you to release that hip forward and lift up broad across the heart. We're going to flow a little bit here. You're going to flow back into reverse lunge. So walk your hands back, let the toes come up, extend the heart over as straight a front leg as you can get, and then go right back into that hip forward position. We're just going to flow back and forth. And now end in your reverse and just hold your reverse here. Reach out with the heart. And you're going to take the ball of the foot down toward the floor. It may or may not touch the floor. And press down through the ball of the big toe. Extend out. And then release forward. And you're going to allow the knee to open out. So bring your hand, both hands to the inside of the leg and let that knee drop out and sink down through your left hip. And you can even take your hand to that knee, kind of press it out. You're tipping on your foot too, so we're not torquing the knee because the foot's also turning. Gets into those hips pretty strongly, doesn't it? And then come back. And then let your hips be forward as you come up. Now, depending on how flexible you are, you're going to do one of two things. You're either going to lace the fingers together, extend the elbows, and bring those arms back. Or if that's too much, I want you to take your hands to your waist and pull the arms back to create a bit of a back bend in that upper back. And you're really letting the hips come forward. And then you're going to release down. Now you're going to lift your back knee up, and then you're going to take your front foot and bring it back into side plank. Lift the hip up. Nice. And then come down and back into down dog. We have a second side. Gaze up, step your left foot up between your hands, drop your back knee, and let that hip release forward, feeling broad across the heart. And then we're going to float between this and reverse lunge. Walking the hands back, toes come up, floating back and forth. Just let it be super gentle. Getting a little more juiciness into the joints. And then you can hold in your reverse lunge, reach that heart out, and take the foot down, press down to the ball of the big toe. Feel the stretch across the top of the foot, lengthen the spine, shoulders are down. And then you're going to release forward, and then bring both hands to the inside of the foot. Let the knee and foot drop out to the side, letting your hip come down. And then you can take your left hand to the inside of the knee and just gently press it out. And come back through the center. Hips are forward as you come up. Bring your hands behind you. Again, lacing or taking your hands to your waist. Elbows are back. Lift that heart and come forward. And then come down. And you're going to step that top foot back into plank. Side plank, right here. And then come down. And this time you're going to drop your knees, take them nice and wide, toes touch. We're going to do a wide knee child's pose. And just kind of snuggle yourself down between the knees. Take a few breaths. And then go ahead and come up. Now come all the way up to sitting. Giving yourself a lift again if you like. Now, I don't tend to do Shavasana in the morning because it just makes me want to go back to sleep. I feel like I lose a lot of the energy pumping up that I just did for myself. So instead, what I recommend is come into sitting. Choose one of the oils or both that we put into the diffuser and give yourself a drop in your hands. Take a few deep breaths. And then taking the hands down to rest in your lap, either palms down or palms up, whatever feels best for you. Take a moment to reflect on your intention for the day. What is it you want your day to look like? How do you want it to feel? Make that decision now. And then you can choose to stay here for as long as you like. I definitely recommend moving into a meditation if that's what you do in the mornings. Thank you for joining me. This is the point at which I will leave you. I hope this helps inspire you to ignite your life and to enjoy your day even more. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel and click on notifications so you get notifications every time I post something a little new. Thanks for joining me. Have a fabulous day. Namaste.